So, like many people, I hadn't really planned my career. I had discovered accountancy as a profession, as an option when I was in my final year at university. And I felt, well, that sounds pretty cool. It sounds like a stable job. It sounds like something that I can do. I was quite good at maths and I'd done a business degree. And it sounded like a great option for a foot in the door in business. So I proceeded on my career to become an accountant and roll forward the clock 20 years, I was still working in a finance role. And I was pretty content in my role. I'd had some great opportunities, I worked with some great people, but really I was probably content more than happy. And at some point, I got a call from a recruitment agent. And I said, no, I'm not interested. I'm pretty happy in my role. And that was the end of that conversation. But then I started to think about it and I wondered that maybe I could learn a bit more about this opportunity. So a few weeks passed and I got into the interview process. It was an exciting role, a financial controller position for a big racing stables in Newmarket. And I was pretty excited about the prospect of going to a new organisation and having a different role. Disappointingly, I did not get the job, but I feel that often these things happen for a reason. I returned back to my role and things weren't quite the same. I didn't feel quite as engaged as I had been, and I believe that the seed has been planted. I was maybe looking to do something else. Like many people in our careers, we don't always plan them. We don't always set out at the beginning and look at them and decide what we want to do in the next 5 or 10 years. And it's quite normal. We're often busy. We're often juggling different home and work responsibilities. We're often struggling to complete the day to day, let alone think about what's next for us in our careers or, what does that ideal role look like? And for some of us, this can be pretty frustrating. And sometimes we get stuck in a rut. Actually, I believe that many of us have more options and choices than we believe possible. We just can't see them in the busyness. So, what would be good is to kind of pause and take a look and be able to tune in and see those opportunities a little more clearly. But it's not always easy to do this on our own. So how about the opportunity of having a career discussion with somebody neutral, somebody that wasn't invested in your career, like your boss or friends and family members? And what if they could help you see some of the opportunities and choices available for the next steps in your career? Now, I offer a free career discussion. So if you're interested in learning more, get in touch or take a look on my website. So the seed had been planted. And I began to wonder, is this it? Is this really it for the next 20 odd years? I thought I could stay in my role for maybe another 5 years, maybe pay off the mortgage. But the more I thought about it, I realized I couldn't be stuck in this position. I was beginning to feel more and more disengaged and detached and demotivated in what I was doing. So I began to look around at things that I could do instead, and I decided to work with a coach. And the upshot is, just a few years later, I am now helping other people with their careers, helping them see the options and the possibilities, and helping them form those clear views of their future.